Good evening, everyone. How you doing now? Welcome to another week. So we are into JavaScript fully, and we are practicalizing what we have been learning. All the functions, variables, how to write functions, what we have gone through. That's what we are practicalizing with this particular project, this portfolio project here that you're seeing. Um, last week, last week Friday, we have talked about. Last week Friday, we talked about the Togo menu. Here you Togo, come here, here has done. Hey, we are talking about the Togo menu. So today we're talking about the this boss shadow. You know that I told you that when you scroll up, I was trying to explain it that on Friday. That when you scroll up, this boss shadow will come up. But when you scroll down up, that's when you scroll up, right? The boss shadow will come up. When you scroll, what am I saying? Okay. When you scroll down, hmm, the boss shadow will come up. When you scroll up, the ball shadow will disappear and you will see your normal navbar, right? Still the same thing on mobile screen. When you scroll up, the ball shadow will show. When you scroll down, the ball shadow will show. When you scroll up, the ball shadow will disappear. So that's what we'll be doing today. All right. So adding, now we are in this other session now. Adding a, let me not put it. Right. So let's do it this way. My index.html, I will link my JavaScript that I'm using to teach you guys to it. Alright, I've successfully linked it. Let me test it if it's working. Yeah, it's working. Alright. So what next is for us to do this. Um First of all, we are going to define a function using a JavaScript inbuilt function. The JavaScript inbuilt function is window dot on screen scroll equal to function, then it will now take another function inside of the first function. Now this is a function and this is another what? This is another function. This function here is what I will now write under. Okay, let me use this to explain, right? This is window dot on scroll. That's tell you that whenever you scroll your browser, it should perform this what? It should perform this function. This function that you are attaching to this on scroll is taking another function called header shadow. Do you understand? Let me come again. This window dot on scroll is an inbuilt function in JavaScript. It helps you to detect what is going on your screen. You scroll or you unscroll. It is some actions that is going on your screen, right? But one of the action here is on scroll. That is, whenever you scroll your screen, something should do what something should happen. Now, what will happen is what we actually write here. That's what is inside this function here. But we cannot just put this function in this place like this. That's why we have to define another function, which is this. Then inside this function that we already defined, we now have another function which is this one. Now this function now is what we now put here. That's what we put here. Do you understand? Calm down. I will explain this. Now, header shadow function, right? Inside the function, remember I said function uh, is a group of code that is used to perform a particular task, right? Now, this is the function, and we want the function to perform a particular task, and this is what it's going to perform, right? Same thing to inside this function, we still have if else statement, which is a conditional statement. Do you understand? Now, we have a constant nav header, which is a variable, which we have talked about. Excuse me. Now that variable is taking an ID called header, which is document.get element by ID header. Now, if you check your HTML, you remember that in our HTML, one of the elements of the navbar we take. Is it navbar? Yeah, navbar. We have an ID called header in our HTML. Now, this document dot get element by ID is getting the element by what? By this particular ID here. Permit me to show you the header ID. Header ID, please. Button. Now look at it. Header section. You check your header section and you check your nav element. You see the ID called what? Called header. Are you seeing it? So we are picking this nav element now. This nav HTML element. We are picking it with this particular ID called header. Exactly. Alright. Moving forward, after getting it, we now perform if else statement. Say if document dot body dot scroll top is greater than 50, which is number 50, or if document element dot scroll top is greater than 50, perform this function. And what is the function all about? We want to now change the style of the of the header, which is the navbar. We want to change the style of the navbar, which is what we are trying to do here is that if you scroll above 50 width, right, or 50 height, yeah, height, we are using height. If excuse me, if you scroll 50 height like this, the navbar should change. Now remember, you have gotten the navbar by the element ID. Now say and you store it inside what? A variable. Now say nav header dot style dot box shadow. Style CSS, right? Dot box shadow. That is, you are changing the style now from what it was initially to this box shadow. You understand? Then you now say the height of the nav bar should be 70 pixel. The line height of the nav bar should also be what? 70 pixel. That's if this condition is what? This condition is met. Remember our if else statement, right? Now, if this condition is not true, then make the navbar header dot style box shadow should be none. Return the height to 90 pixel. Return the line height to what? To 90 pixel too. I hope that is clear. I hope you understand it. Alright. So what I will do now is I will create a function and call it what I have in that first function. Then I will say constant nav header equal to, that's we are creating a variable, then we want to get the document, which is um the HTML element, which is the navbar. We want to get it by the ID. Then the ID is what is called header, right? Now let's do our if else statement. If the condition is what, document dot body dot scroll top is greater than 50, or this two sign you are seeing there is called or, document dot document element dot scroll top, scroll scroll top is greater than 50. Then perform this function, or this function, which is nav bar dot style. That is, you are changing the style now, and the style I want to change is called box shadow. We want to add a box shadow to it. Yeah, correct. We want to add a box shadow to it. The box shadow value is what? Is 0, 1 pixel, 6 pixel, RGBA, 0, 0, 0, 0.1. Bam. Do you understand? Then we'll come down, we'll say navbar header dot style dot height equal to 70 pixel. Navbar header dot style dot 9 height equal to 70 pixel, right? Then else, if the condition is not what, is not met, then perform this other function. So what I'll do here is this, right? So let me test. So I'm now using the new file I created, this station.js. That's what I'm using. You can see it's what, it is working, right? It is working. But when I scroll up now, when I scroll to the top, because I'm not perform, because I'm not written the, I'm not written the other part. This thing is still like this. Are you seeing the box shadow here? All right. Now let me write the other part. Nav header header dot style dot box shadow, then change it to what? None. None. Then navbar dot style dot height equal to 90 pixel. So we are now adding 90 pixel to it. Hmm? If the condition is not met. Then we will now say Navbar again. Hello, please. I'll call you back. I'm recording a video. Sorry for that break. Now the last part, navbar nav header dot style dot height equal to what? 90 pixel. Yeah, that's fine. Now let's check. You can see that when I scroll up now, the brush shadow disappear, right? Yeah, all right, that's fine. Now let's move quickly to the next part, which is the effect. The typing effect. Uh, we we omitted some things here. Also, we're going to add it in our JavaScript, right? So normally I am a something should be showing here. Hmm? But I want it to be a typing word. So it will type, it will erase, then come up again, type, erase, come up again. That's how it's going to be for any words that we want it to be in that place, right? So let's quickly do that before. All right. So the typing effect. Excuse me. The typing effect. Now for the typing effect, right? Uh, this is create. I am creating a variable called typing effect. It's a variable, right? Then I attach it to an instant. When you see new, it means instant, like something instant, right? When we meet physically, I will explain that to you. So it means an instant. So you are trying to create a new instant of something. Do you understand? So that's what. So the new instant, the name of the new instant is typed, right? Then I now you are seeing this dot type test. Is coming from our CSS. There's a place we put it in CSS. If you check your CSS file, you will see it typed, or is it HTML? Let me check. Coming. If it's not in our HTML, that means it will be in our CSS. Right. This is a class. Yeah, thank God. Now you are seeing this div. I am then span. And the span is inside what? Inside the paragraph. Right. So that tells you that this is actually what? A paragraph. And from here now, from this I am is a span. Do you understand? Now that span have a class called type text. And in our CSS, we also add a style to it, our CSS. But let's continue with JavaScript. We are done with CSS for the now. So I will put the class here. You know how to write class, right? When you know to style class, you put full stop, then the name of the class you want to style or you want to add JavaScript to. All right, then after that, I put a comma, then curly bracket. So now the strings I want to display, the words I want to display here are designer, YouTuber, and developer. So first thing first, it will take what it will take the strings. That is the words I want to display, right? Then designer, designer, right? YouTuber, YouTuber, right? Then developer, developer. Yeah, all right. That's fine. Then loop. We have loop. Loop. Loop is set to what? To true. If you set it to false, it will not work. So you have to set it to what? To loop, which is as it's going, it should be what? It should return and go. That's true. You understand? Then we have type speed. Type speed. So how fast do you want it to be typing? How fast do you want it to be typing? At type speed, right? So we have 100, 100. Then we have back, back speed, back speed, which is 80. All right, 80. Then we have back delay, back delay, back delay, 200, back delay 200. So that's back delay 2000. That's 2 seconds in JavaScript. 2000 means what? It means 2 seconds in JavaScript. Do you understand? So that's it. That's it actually. So what we'll do is let me open it. I've seen it. I'm a designer, I'm a YouTuber, I am a developer. Have you seen it now? So that's how it's be done. Alright. So when we'll see physically, we'll try and finish up this other part. This other part. We'll finish it on Wednesday. Remember you are writing your exam by second week of March. We'll finish this by Wednesday. I will dive into Tailwind and React. Tailwind and React, that's what we'll be doing. That's what we'll do last in your this your cohort. Do you understand? So thank you for following up. I will share this video to you when I upload it on my YouTube channel. Bye.